We got xForts coming in with a short video about when is Steel Ball Run episode 2. If you watch my other video talking about the recent news on Twitter and people just going crazy about the Netflix just not releasing a schedule for it, you know what I think? I think that each batch will be dropped as a stage, as a run. Each single race, there's a lot of different races. They told you about it. And I believe in March 28th, right? Is my prediction. On March 28th, I think a roadmap is going to be shown where each race and stage will have X amount of episodes as a batch. That's what I'm thinking. A lot of people are still saying that this is a bad strategy, right? Because there's a lot of, like, the races get longer and longer, right? It's not just gonna be 2 episodes. It's gonna be like, I don't know, 10 fucking episodes. And even then, that's still a better outcome than just dropping an entire season. Because again, just having an entire fucking season dropped, it just kills engagement. People just, they just binge it and they forget. And even binge watching is probably one of the worst forms of absorbing content. You can't appreciate everything when you're binging. You're literally just brushing it, treating it like fucking homework. That's not how anime should be enjoyed.
When are we getting the next episode of Steel Ball Run is what everyone is asking right now. So the last few days have been kind of crazy with a lot of misinformation going around. You had the Netflix Chili account replying.
And you know what? Netflix Chili account, it could still happen, right? They will be released weekly. It's just we don't know when it starts getting released weekly. But I think that Netflix just has a weird fucking obsession with batches. They just don't want to do weekly releases. Oh god.
To someone saying it's going to be weekly, but then deleting their comment shortly after. And now you have a new interview with the anime's director, Yasuhiro Kimura, which took place after the premiere of the first episode, and said that he doesn't know when we'll see the next episode. And
again, the way that he stated it, I think, means that if you combine everything in good faith as the production is going smoothly, if it truly was going smoothly, why wouldn't they be able to release the episodes? Either he's lying, which I don't think he is. The most likely action, politics behind the scenes with Netflix. A lot of different people with their own agenda of trying to push their shows. Netflix isn't just one show, there's many other shows and maybe slots in different ways. Marketing, campaigning, resources, right? It's limited. I don't know. I think that on the 28th, though, something new is going to come out, and hopefully we'll have an actual roadmap. But TLDR, blame Netflix. They're the ones fucking up the distribution of this show.
To see it himself. And this comment specifically from Kimura has been getting extrapolated into pretty sensational headlines, and is
yeah, a lot of people are shitting on the director saying, how the fuck do you not know this, bro? You're the director, you're the one making it, right? It's unfortunate. I'm sure he has to read these fucking retarded ass comments and try to not crash out.
Just getting a lot of attention, especially from people doom posting and who might see him as the sole issue.
Yeah.
Although he says right after this in that same interview that production is going smoothly, despite the anime currently being on hiatus from what we could tell right now. So when the animation director says
this was diabolical today, right? When they released this week's of anime and the entire replies are like, you're just making fun of us now.
That he doesn't know when we'll see the next episode, I really don't think he's saying that he doesn't know when they'll be finished with their work or that they're in development hell, just that he doesn't know when it will be released for everyone. Because since JoJo has become a Netflix exclusive show,
is it just me or does it look like he's holding a gun here? The more I look at this PV, the more I realize like he's holding an invisible gun. Is he not? Like this hand is literally pointing, but the other one is like supporting. It looks like he has a finger on a trigger here, does it not?
After they're done animating, it then has to be dubbed in 14 different languages and is still ultimately up to Netflix when to be released. And
Therefore, the dubs limitation is hindering the release of the anime. Probably a very ignorant take for me, but who the fuck cares about these other dubs? Especially English dub. Listen, I understand to an extent about like Arabic, Arabic, French, German, Hindi, Italian, Korean, Brazilian, Portuguese, Spanish, and so on. They're not all gonna be English speaking, so you can't just listen to the Japanese dub and read the subtitles in English. I get that, but for English dub, get the fuck out of my face, bro. Just fucking wait. Come on, bro. Come on.
no one seems to acknowledge.
Yeah, obviously I don't. Obviously, what I'm saying is crass. I understand how ignorant I'm being, but like to Netflix, this fucking corporate entity, I'm sure they have contracts and different regulations and different, standards they need to follow.
How much time that takes. So Steel Ball Run is still in full production, but it's not like they had already been making episodes for years like people seem to think. A project like this often has a lengthy pre-production phase full of
Hold up. So they didn't finish all the episodes before dropping the first one. What kind of schedule is this, or are they trolling? Well, we don't know if all the episodes are finished or not, but I'd like to believe that the second episode is ready to go. It's just that Netflix is not confident in releasing it for whatever reason.
The pre-production phase, full of planning and character designing and decision making, and then the episodes are created on a tight schedule. For example, back when Part 5 was airing, which is roughly the same team working on Part 7, they were making the episodes the same week they were airing. So it's really
What the fuck is happening here? Why did they need to pick up the turtle? So the motorcycle's probably the fucking stand, bro. No, the fucking gasoline is the stand. I don't know. With JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I see a fucking motorcycle on the ground. We're talking gas leaking. That there's a turtle. Like, you just know there's an intricate fucking game they're playing where, like, oh my god, don't let this touch the fucking turtle. The turtle can't, you know, whatever rules. Like, the more bizarre it becomes.
out of the ordinary to release an anime one episode at a time as you're making it, and the team are capable of making more episodes.
Is bro fighting a spider?
There's no indication that anything on their side has gone awry, and I think episode 1 proved that. It's just that since the show became a Netflix exclusive, it's created this bottleneck of everything that has to be.
Also, another thing, right, is the careful statement. I think a lot of people genuinely aren't like most people reading this shit are just unemployed kids or fucking man children that have never worked an actual fucking job in their lives. When I read this is corporate speak. This is straight up just office politics. I want to see it soon too. When will it be? I don't know. How does that structure itself? To the average retard, they're gonna think this guy's a clown. You're a jester. You don't know? You're the director. Read the statement. Production's going smoothly. What does that mean? He's playing Classroom of the Elite. He completely acknowledges everything's good on our side. We're chilling. Smooth. Could release it right now if we wanted to. Obviously, he's not going to say that. So by saying this, the implication heavily is it's on Netflix's side. The ball's in their court, and they are the bottleneck right now. That's how you should be interpreting that message. If you can't, bro, what are you doing?
Anything on their side has gone awry, and I think episode 1 proved that. It's just that since the show became a Netflix exclusive, it's created this bottleneck of everything that has to be done after the episodes are animated, such as dubbing and marketing. When before Netflix, as soon as the episode was finished, which was sometimes just hours before the air date, it was able to go up and
Hot take. I don't think Netflix is required for Steel Ball Run success. I think that if this shit just got straight up leaked online, torrent streams, I don't think the motion would be impacted. You know who would be impacted? These corporations. These corporations that are trying to fucking make a dollar off of the fucking distribution of this. They're the middlemen. And usually the experience on their fucking platform sucks, like Crunchyroll. All they do is fucking get their greedy little fucking hands on it and then ruin the fucking marketing. Like, talk about marketing branding. Your fucking batch releases are killing the momentum again every week. Having something good to look forward to in a community thriving, talking, memeing, reviewing, making edits, you know, content. That's how you make the show spread by word of mouth, not through fucking corporate bullshit like this. So when you really think back, it's just like so funny to me how these corporate entities force themselves into the fucking ecosystem and try to distribute the anime, but most of the times, all they do is fucking harm the anime.
for the air date,
Part 5 was popular without Netflix? Fuck them, bro. We don't need them.
it was able to go up in Japan and then be subtitled by Crunchyroll or the fans, which is why we had a weekly release schedule.
Fan subs are probably, again, way better than Crunchyroll.
Although the director did say that it takes a lot of time to make just one episode, so it could be the case that these episodes are taking longer than previous seasons due to the horses and constant motion. But it's not like they are just setting the series to the side. It's still in full production, and we can see in the recently released character design sheets that they have reference art going all the way up to the In a Silent Way arc, and are already planning for the Ringo fight, Johnny's later backstory, and scary monsters, so I assume their current production phase is planned all the way up until In a Silent Way, which has a natural break
Future content and arcs that's gonna show up. I don't really mind about the names or out of context spoilers.
in the story. And following that arc,
Is that a mouse on his face? Why is there a mouse on his face? What is going on? Someone's like getting fucked up here. Anyways.
Johnny and Gyro will need updated character designs for the snowy stages of the race. So trust that David Production is working on this adaptation at full force, but the release schedule is entirely up to Netflix, and honestly most depends on how often they want to do dubbing. If they schedule all of the actors to do one episode at a time like they did for episode 1,
I think shit like this doesn't matter and it's filler bullshit. No offense or disrespect to dub, English voice actors or whatever other voice actors. And you know what? It's kind of cool to see behind the scenes content like this, but I think this is fucking filler bullshit. And Netflix is trying to insert themselves in. I don't know. I just feel like this becoming a fucking limiting factor, it just feels really backwards. That like they're trying to fucking force their fucking hands on this because it's Netflix. They're very important. And then they fucking push in more stuff like this, which ends up, again, just hindering the fucking release of it. Let this shit get fucking released and let the fucking fan subs occur for all fucking languages, bro. I bet you the fan subs for every single region, too, would be even faster, more fucking accurate. Do people actually watch it in their own language dub? I feel like most people don't. Now, the other side of the coin is how Netflix is able to harness a different market. So everything that I've just said so far, obviously, is working within this crowd of, like, anime enthusiasts that are usually just pirating content, right? Come on, right? Everyone fucking does that. But I do believe that there is a huge normie audience, like we saw during the Netflix analytics when people are watching Dan Da Dan in English dub and so on, right? There's a lot of people who are not part of the OG anime or just like savvy with technology like that purely watches anime simply because it's on Netflix in their language. So I guess that is a significant factor. And I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, ignorant to not acknowledge that at least.
One, it will most likely release very slowly. But if they have the VAs record 10 or 12 episodes at a time, then they have the options to do a batch release or a staggered weekly release. So just imagine how long it could take to record and mix the voice lines for over 100 VAs when you consider all the languages. Which is why I had suspected that it could be months before we get new episodes, which of course isn't ideal.
Wonder how the Japanese feel about this. The Japanese who don't need the subs, they don't need the dubs. Just being gatekept because these goddamn fucking gaijins, I would crash out. I'd straight up say, you know what? Imperial Japan time. Bro, listen, the Zenin Massacre with the la 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 stuff, okay, fuck that soundtrack, whatever. And they at that point, some people, they're obviously grifting, right? These are fucking not real people, but they were saying, nah, it's fucking Wano time, bro. It's time to go with Imperial Japan. Raise the borders. Nah, we can't exist with these gaijins. And now they have to fucking suffer because of these goddamn dubs.
But could be the reality of the situation and is an unfortunate trade-off for making the series more accessible globally. But if they wait too long, what feels like a special moment right now could be a blunder in hindsight.
I would argue that Fate Strange Fake is a great example of a terrible fucking schedule that was like actual annual releases that eventually got a weekly release and still stuck the landing and maintained the hype. As in, just because they released this and then nothing happens for a while doesn't mean that all those people are just gonna go away. No, it's always there and they're waiting. Obviously, it's a good idea to release it as the momentum is carrying on. But I don't think it's going to die. I think that's going to do perfectly fine, and there's going to be an insignificant margin of engagement difference because of the schedule. But still, it's just annoying, and we're impatient.
And result in the same issues as Stone Ocean, with people losing interest over time due to sporadic releases. But on the side
Batches, man. Batches are hell.
of hope, Steel Ball Run will be featured on stage at Anime Japan in just a few days now, so there is...
This, bro. Until this, we can't know for sure. I'm hoping that we get a roadmap. And I really hope that it's going to be weekly releases, but if it's not, I'll take the races as a batch.
Is the potential that they announce future episodes or show more of what's to come, so stay tuned on the channel.
Pretty
when are
cool.
we getting the...
I like that. It was very quick. It was very short. A lot of engagement here. And goddamn, this squad is quite big. Please check out xForts. Love this video. Like the quick casual, just slice of life-ish, edits going on. Please go like the video. Go check out their channel for more content like this. And I'll see you next time.